The Bell P-39 Airacobra was a unique American fighter aircraft that played a crucial role during World War II. The P-39's manufacturing specifications were groundbreaking for the time. One of its most distinctive features was the car-like doors rather than traditional canopy slides. Its design featured a tricycle landing gear and an Allison V1710 liquid-cooled engine placed behind the pilot, which drove the propeller through a long shaft that passed between the pilot's legs. This rear-mounted engine allowed for a 37mm M4 cannon to be mounted in the nose. The pilot, who was provided with armor protection and self-sealing fuel tanks, had to adapt to the unique center of gravity, which could make the aircraft challenging to handle at times, particularly without ammunition in the nose as ballast. But this characteristic made it exceptionally agile. Notably, its major limiting feature was severe. While the P-39 had a nominal ceiling of 20,000 feet, its lack of a two-stage supercharger meant at altitudes above about 12,000 feet, performance dropped off rapidly, limiting usefulness in traditional fighter missions in Europe as well as in the Pacific, where it was not uncommon for bombers to attack from above the P-39's ceiling. However, the P-39 excelled at low and medium altitudes, achieving a maximum speed of around 376 miles per hour, and possessing an operational range of about 650 miles. Because of the unconventional layout, there was no space in the fuselage to place a fuel tank. Although drop tanks were implemented to extend its range, the standard fuel load was carried in the wings, with the result that the P-39 was limited to short-range tactical strikes. The ordnance fit-out of the Airacobra was notably heavy for its time. Along with the 37mm cannon, it was typically equipped with two 50 caliber machine guns in the nose and four 30 caliber machine guns in the wings. Additionally, it could carry a bomb load of up to 500 pounds. This versatile armament made it effective in various roles, from air-to-air combat to ground attack missions. Several variants of the P-39 were developed, including the P-39D, which had improved armament, and the P-39Q, which removed two of the wing-mounted machine guns in favor of better aerodynamics. More than 9,500 P-39s were built, with some being supplied to the Soviet Union under the Lend-Lease program. The P-63 King Cobra, which was a direct development from the P-39, sported an upgraded engine, revised aerodynamics and improved armament. The P-63 was seen as a significant advancement over its predecessor. Though it didn't see combat with the US forces, it was supplied to the Soviet Union, where it was also well received. The P-39 saw extensive use in the Pacific theater, where the United States requisitioned 200 of the aircraft being manufactured for the UK, adopting them as the P-400. American pilots found success with it in New Guinea and the Solomon Islands, where its ground attack capabilities were particularly valued. They were also used by the Royal Australian Air Force as a stopgap interceptor in rear areas. The British variant armaments were modified with four 303 caliber Browning machine guns in the wings. The 37mm gun was replaced by a 20mm Hispano-Suiza cannon. Number 601 Squadron was the only British unit to use the Airacobra operationally. 4 Airacobras attacked enemy barges near Dunkirk, in the type's only operational action with the RAF. They rejected the aircraft and sent their version to the Soviet Air Force. It is with the Soviets where the P-39 found its calling. The comparatively low-speed, low-altitude nature of most air combat on the Eastern Front suited the P-39's strengths, and the Soviets developed successful group aerial fighting tactics that scored a surprising number of aerial victories over a variety of German aircraft. In fact, Soviet pilots collected the highest number of kills attributed to any US fighter type flown by any air force in any conflict. A remarkable statistic. A total of 4,719 P-39s were sent to the Soviet Union, accounting for more than one-third of all US and UK supplied fighter aircraft in the VVS, and nearly half of all P-39 production. Soviet Airacobra losses totaled 1,030 aircraft. The Soviet pilots held a genuine fondness for the aircraft, nicknaming them Cobra Stochka, dear little Cobra. The P-39's unique design, varied armament and distinctive combat roles make it an interesting chapter in the history of aviation. Its contributions to the air battles of World War II, particularly in specific theaters and roles, attest to its importance as an adaptable and lethal weapon of war. While perhaps not the most celebrated aircraft of its era, The P-39 Airacobra remains a fascinating example of innovation and adaptability in the rapidly advancing field of military aviation during the mid-20th century.